Hi everybody, and welcome back to Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars. I'm with Dorupka again, and we always seem to be starting from the screen. Have you ever noticed?
Yep. This is the nexus point.
Oh yeah.
This old lady is like the secret. She knows actually everything, but she doesn't tell it. She's just knitting.
Yeah. Fleur, like I said, we, in an older episode, it's been so long I don't know if I mentioned, but she comes back. She also makes an appearance in the 5th game. And,
yeah, you did mention
yes,
that. Yeah.
and she's called Fleur in that, which just means flower, because she sells flowers.
Yeah.
You have left it very late, monsieur. Late.
All right, and yeah, we're gonna this episode we're gonna stop flapping Guido from stealing the artifact.
I can tell
Yep.
Not in this
Should we show the character death before that?
You don't believe
Before that happens.
If you want, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta just remember to save before it happens.
Since that's why we're also playing the original, not the remake.
When I
Or like,
Oh yeah, the director's
it's
cut.
not. It's sorry, it's not a full remake. It's a director's cut. Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Forget it.
All right. We don't want to talk to this guy. We did talk to him in a previous episode. He looks like a Lucky Luke character too, actually. Now that when he was walking diagonally there.
I think the artists they were kind of inspired, as I said, by Franco-Belgian comics. You know, like kind of. It reminds me a lot of Lucky Luke and Asterix and shit like
I'd
that.
like your professional opinion.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Sure.
Oh no, we haven't gone to talk to him before.
I'd like your opinion on a
Yeah, we haven't gone to talk
manuscript.
to Labano before.
Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy?
Oh,
of
you know
it?
what? Actually, I think I know what this is.
Only a
This is
few
because
Latin phrases.
we lost
I was
those
kind of hoping you'd
episodes
Oh,
help us
that we recorded. I think we have actually gone to talk to Labano in a previous episode about the
Just tell me
manuscript.
one
The Knights
And what the problem is
Does the
that
Temple seal,
when I
his
replayed
manuscript?
us back to
I
this
love
point
to
so that we
see
could
that
do
one.
these recordings, I used a save file which I used actually already way back when I did the review video. So
The manuscript.
and I kind of gunned
Yeah,
through the game
well,
when I was doing
I'm
the
nuts.
review video,
Maybe
so
should-
I haven't talked about all of
yes,
these different
maybe
things.
It was my suddenly.
Yeah, but
Right.
I'm pretty sure we did
His
talk to
friend.
Labano in a
She
previous
lives-
episode. I was kind of surprised because I'm talking about the manuscript and he hasn't seen it yet.
Can you tell me anything about
I sure can.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna quickly like gun through the dialogue about the Knights
How
Templar.
From the people's
You're a
glad.
Okay.
How come the temple?
Yeah, okay.
The
Now, if it does actually turn out that we haven't talked to Labano and all this previous information is Deco gave us a pretty precise, concise summary of what the Knights Templar were actually already way back when.
Yep.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything?
Okay, this I don't think we
Sure.
because
It
we
was the
did
most grisly
because they
spectacle
started
in
just
Paris
before we've
until
come
the
back from
Revolution.
Ireland, and that's where we found the
public toilet?
Montfaucon.
Montfaucon was the place of execution.
Oh,
for
wait a
many
minute.
thousands.
Oh man, I was wondering about that public toilet thing, but
With row upon row
the joke
of
that
arches,
George actually
each
made,
one
because I
framing
think
a
they
grim
actually kind of
and
reference it in the 3rd game as well. But because you haven't played it, you won't get what I'm talking about.
While the crows
Yeah.
devour
A gruesome display is what he said, and
That
a public toilet.
explains the image of the hanged
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but it was the place where they
I found a
hung all the
reference to Montfaucon in Ireland,
the Templars
in a
and
village called
I suppose a bunch of
Yeah.
other people as well.
One.
Yep.
That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh yeah, here's the important part. It was in July,
July, I think.
The
because
second week of
second
July?
week of July, because that's when all the victims of Khan
Yes, it was, just
met
before Bastille
before
Day.
they all started dropping dead.
So Pegram was in
Yep.
Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon?
Well, yeah, George just basically said what I said.
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
We had a really funny moment in the Gabriel Knight 3 Let's Play as well, where I pretty much said word for word a thing that when I looked at something, Gabe then said the exact same thing, and I thought like, man, do I just know this game inside out, or was that complete coincidence?
Apparently, you know.
Well, that's the thing. Gabriel Knight 3. That's the kind of game when I got it for the first time, and it's a game that I just play like habitually when I don't have anything better to do. I just start playing Gabriel Knight 3. So it's completely possible that I've just memorized just way too much of the dialogue.
Yep.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
It's kind of with me in the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme as well. Like I can pretty much quote any line of dialogue on command.
Game over.
Intruder destroyed. Intruder destroyed. That's what the computer is saying after that. Because
Yep.
yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes. It was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with
Wait,
murder.
I thought
It was
that's
formed
weird.
in
I
11th
thought
century Persia, shortly
that we
before the
learned
Crusades.
about the
Around same time as
Hashiashin
the Templars.
from Lebanon, but
Yes.
apparently we learned it from someone
They
else.
gave a new word to our language, Assassini.
Yeah.
Where the hell did we hear that then? That's weird.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story.
Cool, do you have the
Has to
address?
pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then,
This will be all be
Grand Master of the
elaborated
sect would
in a
name
video
an
game
enemy
called
of Allah.
Assassin's Creed.
And they'd stop at nothing to
Yep,
eliminate
yep, there we go.
You got it.
I think we made
They
that
were
joke in a
fearless
previous
and
episode too. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
potential crossover with the Broken
They
Sword
can go around
series.
the world today. You tell
Yep.
me.
I think you ought to know that the
Will be
tripod
kinda
is
fun.
gonna be stolen.
Okay, now we're warning about it,
Norman
the tripod.
No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Did we ever ask him about the state of alarm? The state-of-the-art alarm system.
Why don't you load the
No, I
tripod
don't
to
know,
your safety
honestly,
kit?
anymore.
Yeah,
Because I'd
yeah.
never see
Well,
it
he says
again.
that it's a state-of-the-art
Don't you trust me?
alarm system.
It's not a
It's
question
what-
of trust,
What's so
Joe.
state-of-the-art about it? It is a
That tripod
piercing,
is hundreds of years old
and it's like a
and extremely
piercingly
fragile.
loud bell
I
that
get your
rings.
point.
Yeah.
Yep, that's state of the art.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm wondering if this is the point we should save, because I have to open the window to distract him, and then okay, let's save it here, and let's try it. Ah, crap! I think I saved over our old.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Okay, and then we have to hide in this sarcophagus.
Yep.
Oh wait, I think I could have saved before Flapping Guido, or just as Flapping Guido enter the.
Yeah, actually, I think
There's
so
a
too.
moment there to save as well. Well, I'll do that.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobino.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
This is kind of cool. This the robbery scene, because we get to see a completely unique background. It's kind of seeing these. We're going to see this room from another angle.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't think they did this for any other location in the game, so that makes it. Well, I guess at the finale, but it's all like a cutscene, so basically,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
quite the same thing. And here's the missing Dalton.
Yep. or maybe, I mean, it could be his ancestor. I mean, the thing is, he's like a dolphin and he's also a criminal, so it's like, yeah.
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Bring that flashlight. Okay, yeah, I can save here. Okay, so we'll get shot first, and then we'll see how you're supposed to actually do this.
We'll get shot first. I like that.
What's the big idea, you dummy? Shine the light down here.
The mummy! It's come alive!
Yeah.
If that's a mommy, I'm glad I'm an orphan.
Oh, deep joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty brutal. It just kind of... Oh, but they do, like, dump the body, don't they? Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same animation as when, if they catch you with the parchment at the Ubu Museum.
Yep.
Okay, but now let's restore. And now we do the actual thing, which is knock over this totem pole.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
I love that he gets hit, and he still has still pushes it, and now he like loses consciousness.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I guess adrenaline or something.
Probably. And I like that. I like that costume that Nico wears there. Yeah.
Yep. As I said, it reminded me of Catwoman, obviously. So.
Oh yeah. Kind of does.
Or more like a generic cat burglar outfit.
I don't
Female one.
So.
Yeah.
You made a pretty good job of distracting
But the thing is that I must say
got
though,
away with the
that
tripod.
with the
No, he
totem
didn't.
pole, it did
He's
feel
not
kind of
the only one
realistic
who
how
can
the
dress
upper
up in
part fell
costume.
down and then it
You
was
mean-
like shaking, you know?
Oh yeah.
It was you who stole
I just
the
love
tripod?
how she doesn't have to like
hell,
you know.
Nico? I could have been shot.
You know, fold it or
Don't
anything.
someone
To
like
put,
to
she
sit
just
around
carries it
and
under that tiny little jacket of hers.
Told me your plan.
Well, that's
We're
an
supposed
adventure
to be in
game
this
rule.
together.
Oh yeah. She's got bottomless adventure game character pockets too.
Yeah. Well, in Dungeons and Dragons, that would be a bag
Don't
of
call me
holding.
Georgie.
That's literally a pocket universe where you can put in like pretty much infinite amount of stuff.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was on the last recording or just in a previous episode we talked about
guess
that
so.
bag of holding, and I think the wording is just so funny.
Yeah.
The bag of holding.
The gem fits perfect.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
in D&D, a lot of things are a thing, you know.
Oh man, that reminded me of a joke in Homestar Runner where they show like a potential funeral.
There's nothing on the
What would happen if Strongbad died,
Oh,
and
by the way, I had a visit
and
from
and
André Lobino.
Homestar is
Oh yeah.
Homestar is being the priest at the funeral,
Not at
and
all.
now. My dear friends, I will read from the
He
book
was over the
of
moon when I
phone.
showed him the manuscript. Not often he gets
The
that
book of
upset.
phone. In
He
other
made a
words,
sketch of
the
United
phone
Press
book.
to take back to the museum.
Yep.
It just reads a bunch of like random numbers
numbers.
from there.
I sure hope so.
Okay.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was
Obviously, I think it's also a thing that originated from old cartoons,
I'm sure
where the cartoon characters had bottomless pockets, or they
Oh
would
yeah.
they would just be able to take things from behind their back.
Yeah, and Hammer Space, I think, is like the what is it also called?
Lobino explained.
You know that
how
Deadpool
she
has also that ability for some
The
reason,
cult
and
of
nobody
the
knows
assassin.
why.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because well, doesn't surprise me. Speaking of Deadpool,
already?
did you watch that?
You
It'll be out by the
understand
time. You probably didn't have time to watch it. I did the Dirty Harry movie
Okay,
series
I'll see you
review.
later.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't seen it yet.
and the fifth movie is called The Deadpool, which is, now it's kind of funny considering like there's another big movie now out. It's called Deadpool, or has been out called Deadpool.
To be fair, though, that movie was way before there was a Deadpool.
Oh yeah. Well, not that much. Like only a couple of years. Like Deadpool was created in the early '90s, wasn't it? And the Deadpool came out in the late '80s. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, but still before.
Yeah. I have you seen the Deadpool? I mean the Dirty Harry film.
I've seen, I believe, the first 3. I might have the first 4.
Oh man, yeah. You know, because the 5th movie, it has a very early appearance. First of all, from Liam Neeson. It's his like first American movie, and then it's the first ever movie appearance of Jim Carrey.
Oh, geesh.
Yes, and he's just as Jim Carrey-ish as he is in anything else, but it's just really wild to considering like he has a very small part in it, but it's really funny.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it.
Hello,
The first
Georgie.
one is still my
What's
favorite.
with the long
Oh yeah,
You know,
and
there's
I
some people
totally,
who
I
just-
totally think that the first one is the best. Yeah.
I think the second
I
one
just
isn't
don't
bad
get
either. It's just
so
like, I
many
guess,
other
more of the
figures.
same.
Please choose the tripod.
A modern day.
I have a maybe when you have time watch the review, then you'll know. I have a bit of a huge problem with the whole premise of Magnum Force, but
Yeah,
I won't go into it now. Let's listen to what.
Ooh, quite a fine
What
Georgie
I
boy.
do like about the Dirty Harry movies, and also in a way, it was kind of weird at times, and
I
because
hope
it's
you're
not just
referring
Dirty
to
Harry
the
1,
manuscript.
2, and 3. They have all
of
alternate titles, but they are legit sequels.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and that's interesting. Like that kind of makes it. I suppose that's the reason why these days movie sequels usually come with numbers and stuff, or at least there's like a main title and a subtitle because people get confused about that. People get confused about like friggin' like they market like nowadays when you have like a Indiana Jones box, they always on the box they said like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the movie's just called Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I'm thinking like, do they have to do that just because people would think that it's some other movie,
Well,
that it's not the Indiana Jones movie?
It's like how they call the first
What can you
movie
tell
of
me
Rambo,
about-
Rambo
I know
First
most
Blood,
of it-
but the
yeah,
movie's
the-
actually just called First Blood.
Oh yeah, which is extra confusing because the sequel is then
Rambo 2.
Yeah, Rambo First Blood Part 2, but everybody just
Yeah.
calls it Rambo 2.
Rambo First Blood Part 2, and then the third one is just called Rambo 3. It's
Yeah.
like,
What was Philippe's plan?
Yeah.
What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France. That day was That's the origin.
I'm going to skip this history part, even at the risk that we have actually watched this. I don't remember, honestly. It's been so long. I only quickly like glanced at the previous recording to make sure I knew where we were.
Right.
But it talks about like how King Philip betrayed the Templars, sent the orders on July Friday the 13th, and that's when they all got like burned up.
Not the accusations. Most of the charges were probably cooked. Hundreds of them were found guilty of
Yeah,
it.
they were, and they got
died.
they did a whole bunch of terrible things. The
Surely
Inquisition to
Philippe
them.
had no proof of his charges against the temple.
A man will admit it. The Inquisition fabricated.
Oh, yeah,
some
here they talk about
nonsensical
Baphomet.
demon called Baphomet.
Which is the
And then suggested to the victims
supposed-
that this was what they worshipped.
which is the bearded
didn't have to agree.
three-faced
You ever
character
saw a
that's in the
temple
manuscript
of
and
flesh?
what they
Would
supposedly
you not admit
the Templars
to
worshipped.
stop such torment?
So there
Yeah,
was no
demon or
truth at all
some
in
said
the
thing.
Baphomet.
Not a shred. Almost every victim described.
It's become a
the idol
symbol for
different.
Satanism.
No.
Like, I think
Baphomet never existed
specifically
outside
Levain's
the minds of
Satanism.
the Inquisitor.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing. I don't know if I want to go into this, but about Satanism or the Church of Satan, whatever the hell, you know, when I...
So Philippe stole
Because
the
there's
Templars'
different
riches from-
variants of it, but do you know that
They
actually
were stupid.
that they don't,
king's
you know, they don't actually
troops
worship
marched on the
Satan?
temple in Paris.
Yeah, I know. That's Levain's
Then
Satanism.
to the
It's a
temple
form of
hall
humanism,
court
actually. They don't believe in God. They're actually, it's a type
Yeah,
of
yeah. So they don't actually believe in any deities, which is, you know, when people talk about Satanism, like, oh, they're, you know, worship Satan, and it's actually like, no, that's. I don't know if I want to go into this topic, but you know, it's kind of
There's
weird.
also a form
What
of
did you make of the
Satanism where they do
manuscript?
believe in Satan, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's
Ritual
what is
sacrifice.
it?
From the Templar seal.
Theistic
Story and pictures
Satanism.
like
Theistic, yes.
Yes.
They also believe in God. They believe God is their
Oh,
enemy.
hey, now I remember what I was thinking of. Friggin', it wasn't an adventure game, but, you know, there's, appropriately enough, because we're playing the
What
Gabriel
story
Knight
does the
3
manuscript
with
tell?
Kaiser and everything,
I
and
don't
that's
know.
plot,
It was
and the
probably
plot of this
produced for
game
the
also
tourists,
sort of,
Tourists?
they have a little bit of an overlap with the Da Vinci
On
Code,
our way to Jerusalem.
which is
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of the which is part of the Langdon series by Dan Brown. And now there's a new movie. There's a new movie from the Langdon series called Inferno. And I wasn't a big fan of Da Vinci Code, but I did like Angels and Demons. So I'm probably planning to see Inferno at some point.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for it. Looks interesting. I'm probably gonna watch it. I mean, I'm a Tom Hanks fan, so I'm like.
and it's still directed by Ron Howard and everything. So in that regard, it's looking promising.
And I'm a Ron Howard fan. I mean, he made fucking Last Mulligan and Willow. Still need to watch Frost Nixon. That one looks interesting.
I'm more familiar with I've seen Willow, but I'm more familiar with his more recent films. So he did Rush as well, which of course I loved because I'm a Formula One fan.
Okay, yeah.
And
that one looks interesting too. Yeah.
It's an awesome movie.
Have you deciphered any of the
like
images?
even if you're not a Formula One fan, I think people should see it just because it's just a genuinely good movie.
Well, it's the story of what's his name?
James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Yeah.
Niki Lauda and James Hunt. Yeah, and
he's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
that Niki Lauda guy, man.
You know what? You don't have to say anything more. I know exactly what you're talking about. That Niki Lauda, man.
Well, I think it's quite brave how he's like and he must have gone through some really horrible stuff,
Yeah. Well, yeah. The accident, definitely,
Yeah.
and. But he is, and he admits it himself, and they say it in the movie too. He's a bit of an asshole, honestly.
Yep.
He does not miss a chance to insult someone if he gets the chance.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
And they got a good actor. They got a pretty famous German actor.
Yeah,
He played
Daniel Brühl.
He played Daniel Brühl, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like really big in Germany, and he also played Baron Zemo in Captain America: Civil War.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Civil War. I saw him in was he in Inglourious Bastards, or am I mixing up with somebody?
I know that there was multiple German actors. What's his name?
He was. Yes, he was. He was the sniper. He was the sniper who they make the movie about in the movie.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map?
Yeah, there was also
Frankly,
what's his face? He was in the. He's a really famous German actor. He was also in some American productions. He was also in the Far Cry movie. I can't think of his name at the moment.
Oh, you mean Til Schweiger?
Til Schweiger, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Til Schweiger.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he was. Well, funny enough, he was also in. He was in Driven, which was the Rennie Harlin movie that nobody likes. But I kind of. It's a guilty pleasure movie. But Rennie Harlin, who is a Finnish director, he's made a bunch of Hollywood movies, but he's actually Finnish. He wanted to make a movie about about Formula Ones, but he couldn't get the license because it's so friggin' expensive. So he instead made a movie about karting. And Til Schweiger, he had a central role in that film. Alongside, of course, Sylvester Stallone. And, yeah, that's kind of... Okay, and now to Montfaucon, and I think we can do this... Yeah, I think we can do this clown puzzle.
The clown puzzle, yep.
Yeah.
Hey, here's one of those clowns. Look how he's annoying people. Because that's apparently now in the now or something. That's like... I don't know. That's what people talk about.
And here's the gendarme who's always drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, remember the second game, you run into him at this exact same restaurant or cafe.
Yep.
The architecture and the Sauvignon.
Which is funny because he sounds nothing like this in the sequel.
Yep.
He's much deeper voice. He has a much deeper voice because it's a completely different actor.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
That's just something that happens.
Yeah.
Only that they were.
But I love that it's great that this character comes back, and in the second game he's been like let go of the police force,
Boy,
and he says like,
teaching the police academy these
I was made a scapegoat for the department's inefficiencies. Yeah, it totally didn't have anything to do with the fact that instead of doing your job, you're just sitting here drinking all the time.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I love the voice performance here because he's so clearly drunk. And now we're gonna go insult the clown.
Hey, you with the balls.
Say you with the balls. Yep.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
This is juggler.
You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a
It's voice actor. This.
jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist.
I'm wondering which of the 5 different voice actors in this game is this guy supposed to be. It has this really weird throaty quality here. Maybe not the best performance, but like it's definitely memorable.
The monarchs stand in their hours of need.
Yep.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not. Does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do
Oh yeah,
better.
you know what?
I'll give it a try.
You'll notice that the crowd of people here, I think they're all
had
like
no
one
idea what I was
sprite
doing.
actually.
But this
Yeah,
guy was
they are.
obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
I
And
remember.
also they
yeah.
look. There's this one guy in the back, and they kind of look kind of
That's how
weird.
difficult.
Yeah.
Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
And it reminds me of they came out with the Day of the Tentacle remaster
No, I
this
guess-
year.
Yeah.
And in the commentary for that, there's also
Au revoir, monsieur.
there's also a moment where there's like a bunch of those tentacle guys walking around together, and because the Scum engine had a limit of how many sprites you could have
Hello
on
again,
screen,
officer.
they had to make them basically this group of these tentacle guys. They had to make them one sprite, and they move in unison, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think of the
Well,
juggler?
it's technical limitations, like
Excellent.
which is kind of interesting because
But he's blocking
it's
the
also
road
what I
there
like
and
about
obstructing traffic.
that limitations. It makes it so that people need to think in different ways
He wants to block it.
Oh yeah,
and
Oh, am
find
I
solutions,
okay?
and then
You're a
that
cop.
becomes a part of that era of gaming.
yeah.
So I am.
That reminds me of what. Do you know Hiroshi Yamauchi?
No.
Well, he was the president of Nintendo,
So you're not going to
Okay,
on
okay.
this guy.
all the way from like
He
the
doesn't even have a license.
either 60s or the 70s. He became the head of the president. He was pretty much the president
So what are you going to do?
when Nintendo started in the video game industry, all the way to the GameCube era, and then he stepped down, and Satoru Iwata.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly, the
Yeah.
late Satoru Iwata, stepped in. But he was the last of the Yamauchi family to be the president of Nintendo. And he said of the N64, because the N64 was kind of a difficult console to program
Does
for,
this red nose mean anything?
he said
to you?
that he said this in an interview once that they made the N64 intentionally difficult to program for, so that only the most talented game designers would make games for it. And I would love to have seen what his reaction was to like Superman 64, which is like a notoriously terrible N64 game.
Or the fact that there is like almost no RPGs, and even the ones that are on the N64, like Quest 64, are known to be really bad.
Yeah. But it's like really funny. Like that guy, that old man Yamauchi, he sure could think on his feet.
Yep.
I'll see you
Yeah.
around.
Because he didn't play games at all, but he kind of almost every decision that he made regarding like Nintendo consoles, like he did almost entirely on intuition, which for the longest time it did actually paid off. But then I just watched a video just today actually about Satoru Iwata, like how different his management style then was compared to Yamauchi.
Well,
But yeah.
a lot of Japanese businessmen, like a lot of in what is in general, there's a lot of Japanese
Hi
who are
again.
very staunch traditionalists, you know. So especially from that era. So I'm not surprised at all.
What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say.
Hi again.
Okay, we talked over it, but like the gendarme just explained to us
What is
that
it this time?
we should have worn the red nose when we were juggling, so people would have been
I'd like
entertained.
to have another try at juggling,
Yep.
please.
Yes.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
The balls,
If
please.
you insist on completing your
Yes, the red nose makes all the difference. When we previously failed at juggling, everybody was just
Okay,
angry.
Now, for my
Now they're going to be
secret
entertained
weapon.
because we're a clown.
Yep, yep. It's obviously also satire on that.
Yeah.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
He collected his balls.
and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey!
Hey, you forgot one of your balls.
Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
All right. Yes. So we killed two birds with one stone. We got rid of a clown and we got rid of a cop. And now we're gonna.
I still find it's funny how they just look like with their kind of almost like creepy face, and they don't even react to him just opening the sewer and
Oh, yeah.
walking in.
All right. And now we're going down. And once George is down, I think that's where we're gonna have to end because we're actually kind of over time. I wanted us to get over here, so we'll be ready for next time when we have the big plot revelation. Yeah.
You wanted us to get over here.
Yeah. All right, and that's where we will continue next time. So, any words at the end here?
Oh, nothing. Just I greet the fellow Beastians, and I'm happy to be back in this Let's Play.
All right. Yes. And see you on the next one. Bye.